Hello and welcome to your monthly numerology here at Readings at the Round Table. I'm Jennifer and this is your monthly numerology for November 2024. I love this. I do. I love that the numerology for November and December is always the same monthly numerology as it is in January and February of the next year. The reason why I love that is because we're sort of carrying over a little bit of the energy from the previous year, moving into a new year with a new number, because 2025 is a 9-year. Currently, 2024 is an 8-year. 44 8-year is what I say. There's some people with numerology that don't feel that way. That's fine. To each his own. But this is a 44 8-year, and moving into 2025 is a 9-year. So it is going to be the same, but a little bit different feeling of the vibration with the numbers that you have for November as in January. So, but it's carrying the same energy over so that you can kind of clear the energy, move into something new, while still bringing a little bit of the old with you. You know, making yourself comfortable, I guess I should say. So for November, we've got a few things happening, some interesting things happening astrologically. On November 1st, we start the month off with a new moon in Scorpio. New moon in Scorpio hits its peak at 8:47 a.m. on November 1st. So not only is it happening on the first day of the month, but it's also happening first thing in the morning. So I really do love this. And by the way, that is 8:47 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when it hits its peak. On November 2nd, we have Mercury moving into Sagittarius. Now, this is not the worst place for Mercury, but it is certainly not its favorite place, because Mercury rules Gemini, which opposes Sagittarius. And so it's feeling a little bit uneasy because it's opposing something that it rules. However, here's the kicker. Jupiter is currently in Gemini. Guess who it rules? Sagittarius. So, and that's the more modern version of astrology. If you're looking at the traditional, it's a different ruler, but this is what we're going with. So Jupiter rules Sagittarius, Mercury rules Gemini, and they're opposing each other. So this is going to be real entertaining for a minute. That's what I'm going to go with, entertaining. On the 3rd of November, we have Mars moving into Leo. Mars does enjoy being in fire signs. I mean, it rules Aries. So Mars does enjoy being in Leo. It's a good time. On the 11th, Venus moves into Capricorn. Again, not a horrible place for Venus. Its worst place is in Virgo, and who can blame it? I mean, I have a Virgo sun. I can't blame Venus for that. But definitely, it's not a horrible place for Venus. So again, we're just still dealing with a lot of the planets are moving into places that are not the worst, but maybe not their most favorite. On the 15th, we have a full moon in Taurus. The full moon hits its peak at 4:28 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also on the same day, Saturn goes direct in Pisces. So that Saturn is currently in, again, not the worst place for Saturn, but certainly not its most favorite. But it's giving us a little bit of a boost on our discipline. Now that Saturn is moving direct, it's giving us just a little bit of a boost in our discipline, because going retrograde in a water sign, it's already feeling a little weird in that water sign. And now it's going retrograde. It's just like, okay, this is good. But going direct, it is going to give us that boost in our discipline that I do feel like we need. On the 19th, Pluto moves back into Aquarius. Now, I haven't looked ahead into 2025 that deeply, but I do not believe that Pluto goes retrograde into Capricorn again. I think Pluto is here stationing in Aquarius for the next 20 years. Pluto does not fully leave Aquarius until 2044. So we're in this for the long haul. Yeah, I kind of dig that. Now, on the 21st, we have the sun moving into Sagittarius. All right, Sag season. I mean, I love all those Sagittarius out there just like, oh, celebrate good times. I know, you're in it. On the 25th, we have just a little bit of a curveball, but not a huge one, because we deal with this a few times a year. Mercury goes retrograde. It's okay. We're going to be okay. We are. Just make sure you read the fine print. Make sure you double check everything. It's going to be all right. It's a few weeks out of the year. Like, what is this, the third time or the fourth time we've had Mercury retrograde this year? I know. It's not horrible, and I'm double ruled by Mercury. We can get through this. And it's after the election, so we should be clear. Hopefully. Well, the election here in the U.S., just FYI. And it's really gearing us up for this holiday season. Mercury retrograde, mix up in communication. Please double check with your guests. Please double check with everything that's going on. And please double check like prices and your money situation as we move into the holiday season. More on that in just a second. Now, at the end of the month, we're ending with 3 planets and North Node in fire. We have 3 planets and South Node in air. 2 planets in earth and 2 planets in water. So it's pretty balanced. I mean, we're in a pretty balanced situation, I feel like. More so than we have been like some parts of this year. But I'm really digging this. I feel like this is going to be a fantastic month. Now, I want to tell you about the stone that I have picked for this month. Or maybe it picked me. I don't know. But I want to talk to you about this lovely, lovely crystal stone, however you want to put it, and see what you think. Okay, so the one that I picked is Sodalite. Sodalite is such a fantastic stone. I mean, look at this. Look at how gorgeous this is. And look at how many different sorts of like, I want to say like variations we have. Okay, we have some darker ones, we have some lighter ones with more of the white veining in it. I have some rough and some polished here, some smooth. This is like one of the prettiest like examples. I love this. Look at the browns and the blacks and the whites and the blues, and it predominantly is a blue stone. But wow, 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 wow. The thing about this bracelet I really want to show you is, do you see like all the variations that are in this bracelet? That is fantastic examples of like all the variations that you can get in Sodalite. I know. And this, I can't help it. I mean, isn't that just gorgeous? I know you can see the reflections of my lights, but isn't that just a gorgeous piece? And of course, we have like the ones that are, don't roll off. Don't roll off. Stay right there. We have the lighter ones that does have, you can still see the little bit of brown in it, but the lighter ones are still, I mean, so pretty. I even brought out a wand, you know, a wand, a heart, some polished, some of the more like rough stones. I have a lot of these. I really like Sodalite. So let me tell you why I like Sodalite so much. So one of the things that I really, when I was looking up, and I got several different books here. One book that I pulled from was Crystal Therapy by one woman that we don't speak of a lot. And the other one is Judith Lukomsky. I think I'm saying that right, but Crystal Therapy. It is a fantastic book if you can get your hands on it. The definition that I really love is helps you release control issues, increases psychic awareness, and is wonderful. It is a wonderful third eye stone. Seriously, that is fantastic. And I think that releasing control issues during this time of Mercury going retrograde is going to be really important. It also helps clear electromagnetic stress. So being around like your computers or being on your phone all the time or having to use your GPS, this is a good time to like use some of this stuff. Use sodalite to help clear out some of this stuff. This is great for building self-esteem, self-acceptance, self-trust. It relieves panic attacks, phobias, guilt, mental confusion. I think that is amazing. I really do. This stone helps to stimulate the pineal and pituitary glands, and it harmonizes with the third eye and deepens meditation to understand the circumstances in which you find yourself. Again, we're entering into the holiday season, especially here in the U.S. because we have Thanksgiving before we run into Christmas. It helps to eliminate confusion and intellectual bondage. It releases mental conditioning and rigid beliefs, creating space to put new insights into practice, bringing about emotional balance. I love that. It transforms a defensive or overly sensitive personality and releasing core fears and control mechanisms and integrating the shadow qualities. It's useful for groups. It brings harmony and solidarity of purpose, stimulating trust and companionship and encouraging interdependence. Sodalite clears, again, electromagnetic pollution and can be placed on computers. I think this is such a wonderful thing. I do. I love this. I love this stone. I think it's wonderful. And this is the other book that I use, The Encyclopedia of Crystals by Judy Hall. Highly recommend this book. I have a couple of copies of this. Can't get away from it. I know. I love it. I do recommend it to everyone. The other thing that I wanted to tell you is I am going to be pulling from 2 decks of cards today. I'm going to be pulling from Moonology, the Oracle cards, and the Goddess Guidance Oracle card deck, so that we can get some advice for your individual monthly numerology. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to November. I'm really looking forward to revisiting this monthly numerology when we move into a 9-year and seeing what the difference is, what the vibration is going to be like, because with this month in particular, we have a lot of planets that are starting to move into into new signs. They're going direct. They're starting to go direct. Mercury's going retrograde. It's a lot of energy, but I'm looking forward to seeing what the numerology looks like for you in January under the different vibration of a 9-year. I know. So excited. All right, stick around. Let's see what your individual numerology is for your life path. And so we can get through the last of this 8-year. Hello, Life Path 11. Well, I wanted to just jump right into your numerology, but I seem to have some kind of rivalry going on here between Mouse and Mercury. They're fighting for the spot. I know. So Mouse is just going to sit here and stare and make me feel uncomfortable. Yeah. All right, Life Path 11. Let me tell you what November is going to be like for you. It's going to be very interesting, because November for you is a 3-month. Now, with Mercury going retrograde in November, we have the shadow period and all of that. So a lot of November is going to be under that shadow period of Mercury retrograde, which I personally, as being double ruled by Mercury, have like an issue with the shadow period before Mercury actually goes retrograde. That's a tough time for me. But with you being in a 3-month, it may be a little bit of a tough time for you as well, because 3 is all about communication. It's about communication of thoughts, emotions, feelings. And the thing is, communication is going to be a little bit wonky during this time. Now, 3 is also about self-expression. The vibration of the 3 is, okay, sorry. The vibration of the 3 is about self-expression. Self-expression with music, with art, with writing, with speaking engagements, whatever it is that however it is that you feel like you need to express yourself. Artistically, creatively, just open yourself up to your imagination and invite it in, because this is a wonderful time for that. It really is. The vibration of the 3 is all about that creativity. It's all about that communicating and that creativity and the flow of it. This is definitely the vibration of speaking your truth. Now, that being said, giving the fact that we have the freedom of speech and you have the freedom to feel the feelings that you feel and the thoughts that you have, it does not give you the right to cause injury to others. It also doesn't give you the right to manipulate other people by speaking your truth in such a way that it gives you personal gain. So I want you to think about that when you are wanting to speak your truth, that you're not using manipulation tactics, okay? I'm saying that because I am sitting in the middle of election season right now as we speak in the U.S., and I feel like I have heard it all. And I'm just, the whole thing with all these people like trying to get your vote and the tactics that the lengths that they will go to manipulate you and to get your vote. That's not where we want to be. It's definitely not. This is truly a time of honest expression. The vibration of the 3, let me go back. The mantra of the 3 is, I am creativity and vibrant expression, sharing my authentic voice freely. And I think that's the important thing here, is to share your authentic voice freely. Okay? So when you're expressing yourself, again, share your truth. Make sure that you are speaking your truth and you're using those like positive ways of communicating without manipulation, because the lesson of the 3 is communicating emotions openly and letting go of judgments of the self and others. Now, I say that because I want to feed into the shadow side of the vibration of the 3. The first thing is like really getting judgy. The problem is that we start judging ourselves so harshly that it overflows into everyone else. It overflows into other relationships. And that's truly not where we want to be. We don't want to judge ourselves so harshly that we now are just judging other people. And the thing is, we don't even need to judge ourselves that harshly. We are our own worst enemy and our own worst judge. That's not where we want to be. It also prevents us from being able to speak our truth, from being able to communicate openly. And with Mercury in retrograde in the month of November, you don't need any help there. You really don't. Being unable to communicate your truth or to speak openly and really express yourself can lead to things like being pessimistic, being a little gossipy, or maybe exaggerating the situations so that you can get people to hear you more. Again, you may feel like you want to do those things. Feel them. I mean, embrace them. Don't camp out in them. It's not a good look. It's really not. And that's not who you are, 11. It really isn't. Your your sense of like intuition. You want to create new ways of communicating with people. This is such a perfect opportunity for you. It really is. Listen to your intuition, listen to your inner guidance, work with the inspiration that is coming into you. This can really, really be a fantastic month, regardless if Mercury's going retrograde or not. I know. I mean, the great thing is that we have Saturn going direct. Yeah, Mars is moving into a fire sign. I feel like we're doing some good stuff here. We're doing good work. Yeah, that's how we'll put it. So, but just be aware, all right? Just read all the fine print, double check everything if you have to sign a contract. And when you are communicating with other people, make sure that you really think things through before you say it. Because, you know, it is so much fun when Mercury's in retrograde, isn't it? Especially when you have a cat named Mercury who wants to just knock down all of your stuff and mess with your cameras. Hey, can we not do that? Really? Really? Ooh, I think I'm saying this right. Bast independent. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. That's fantastic. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. Well, I think we can all be open to that, huh? Life Path 11. These cards like to stick together. Ooh, new moon in Virgo. This is a time to, come on, Cannon, let's get focused in here. There we go. A time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. Well, let's investigate that further, shall we? Let's see. New moon in Leo. Virgo should be next. Yep, it sure is. Okay. A time to give rather than take. When this card comes up, it's time for you to take stock of your situation. Where are you and where do you want to go? The new moon energy of this card suggests a restart, and the Virgo energy suggests that you make that restart a clever one that's simple and well organized. Virgo also has a strong health aspect to it. So if you've been unwell, this card suggests that your health is on the up. Wow, that's good news. Virgo loves eating healthy, clean eating, and alternative therapies. So add these into your routines now. However you've been feeling. If a situation is blocked at the moment, it could be that you're overanalyzing things or being too critical, too judgy. Yeah, it happens. It's time to ask less what someone else can do for you and to think more about what you can do for others. Recommit to healthy morning and evening routines. Wow. Well, this is definitely a time of, I feel like this is definitely a time of self-expression. Again, it's a time of giving rather than taking, and telling people how you feel isn't necessarily taking from them, and maybe you're giving them a hint as to how you can move in a different way in your relationship. I kind of get the feeling like 11, there's something going on with relationships with y'all during November. And maybe it's because there is a lot of family ups and downs with the 3 vibration, with the energy here. It's just a thought. Thank you so much for joining me today, Life Path 11. Thank you so much for all your support on my channel. I really do appreciate you still sticking around after me taking off 4 months. I do appreciate you. I can't wait to see what December and all of 2025 brings us. But until we see each other again, get out there and make your magic. Bye. Have a great November.